Hi, Miff.
Hello, Ellen. How are you?
I'm all right.
Right.
Hello.
That's Daisy. Hello, Daisy.
She's reading a book. She's reading a Babysitter's Club graphic novel.
Oh, yes, because, of course, the television series that you highly recommended.
Yeah. Well, I highly recommend the graphic
It's
novels.
so good. The television series is so good.
How's homeschooling going?
She's an actual armchair critic. Like, she is sitting in an actual chair,
Yep.
just yelling things.
You've got,
The graphic novels are really good as well.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I've been reading them while reading grisly crime fiction. So I finish a book about a guy who, buries people in the forest, and read about Christie's big day when Christie's mum gets married to a millionaire and they move into a mansion and have new stepbrothers and sisters, and the wedding goes... Stuff happens.
That's the ultimate. It's still my fantasy to move into a mansion. It's going to happen. It's a fantasy. Tell everyone.
I'm at the moment putting together a mashup called the Serial Killers Club, which will be set obviously in Norway or Sweden,
Of course,
or Finland. And we'll feature a group of serial killers who become friends and look after kids, and what could go wrong.
What could go wrong?
And at the end, I kill them.
There's a horror.
Oh, and Daisy just said, and at the end they kill them. And she actually means the kids, because the kids would kill them.
Maybe the kids kill the serial killers.
Yeah, so that's the twist.
Good, I like it.
Yeah.
I like
We've
it a
given
lot.
the kids, bury them in a shallow grave because the kids' arms are weak and they can only dig a little bit into the frozen tundra.
They're under the leaves. Ooh.
Yeah. And I love the word tundra. Tundra.
Great word. Oh, look, my puppy's just come home for a walk. Hello.
Can't be a puppy anymore. It must be the size of a donkey.
Oh, she's massive. Yeah. She's not a, she's like a proper big dog. Big dog now, aren't you?
Her head's as big as Tom Cruise's.
Yeah, she stinks too. Can I tell you about Beagles? Because she's got Beagle in her. Apparently they smell more than other dogs because in order to find their pack when they're out hunting, traditionally, they let off a special scent so their friends can find them when they're out in the bush, which makes perfect sense. I mean, we do that anyway if we're out socially, but...
You did really well, Miff. You wanted a little inside dog to keep you company. You've ended up with basically a wolfhound that stinks all the time.
That's right. When she goes out and exercises, she comes in and she stinks like a real dog. Ugh.
I must tell you a story. And I hope I haven't told you this before. My favourite great aunt, I had lots of great aunts, and they're all lovely, but my favourite was Marge.
Oh, great name.
Marge drank a lot of sherry.
My kind of Marge.
And she smoked unfiltered Peter Stuyvesant cigarettes. And they're not for the faint-hearted. In fact, they're for people with 3 hearts.
Right.
Because you need that amount of heart capacity to keep you going. So out of the blue, her and her niece and nephew turn up at mum and dad's, and my brother and I just happened to be home. And, we're so happy to see her. Oh, Marge, we haven't seen you for ages. Well, as it turns out, they'd stopped off at a scenic bush reserve for a cup of tea. Yeah. As used to be, I mean, you could barely go on a trip without stopping at a scenic bush reserve. And
scones, would that be it? Tea and scones or scones?
Yeah. Oh no, they would have packed some sort of afternoon or morning tea.
Yeah.
And there would have been a sign that said scenic bush reserve. And one of them would have gone, let's go in there. No, we're making good time. Let's push on. No, let's go and sit down. And there would have been 2 benches and splinters sticking out of the seats.
Always.
And they would have been brown, stained brown.
And those seats that were connected to the table. So
Yeah. And that anyone over 4'2" couldn't actually get their knees into without bruising themselves.
Yep.
So everyone would be grumpy by the time they got down there, and someone would go, "Oh, where's the bloody thermos?"
Yeah.
And so someone would have to go back and get the tartan thermos.
Oh, the tartan thermos.
That it invariably leaked into the tartan picnic rug.
Of course. Yep.
So that's not the important part of the story. They stopped at a scenic bush reserve, and Marge, who was an inveterate smoker, decided that what she'd do is go into the bush and have a couple of ciggies. Now this is New Zealand.
Yeah.
So there's less likelihood of the whole place catching on fire when, your 85-year-old great aunt is smoking furiously in amongst the foliage.
Yeah. Catching up for lost time because she couldn't smoke in the car, obviously.
Well, no, she tried that and was told, but literally hanging out the window, wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
No.
No.
Ridiculous laws, those.
She actually didn't believe they had any effect in a car accident. No, they just cut you in half, Ellen. Just cut you in half.
She'd be an anti-masker, wouldn't she, these days?
Yeah. She's an anti-everything. Smoked in a restaurant and a doctor came up to her and said, that's going to kill you. And she said, well, I'm going to kill you. And he just walked off. But so she's in the bush smoking. And I feel a ghostly presence.
There is. I can't see her, but I feel like it is definitely a female ghostly presence.
It's interesting because what happened, just to go off the story, in this house during a period of homeschooling, a 9-year-old girl mysteriously disappeared. And occasionally, I feel her presence.
Okay, now this is just getting
when I open up Google Classroom.
Okay, this is just getting out of hand now.
And sometimes I look down the hall and there she is, not doing her work. It's weird. So, Marge is in the bush and she just wanders off into the bush. And they are yelling for her and she's lost. She's lost in the bush. So they go into the bush and this is how they found her.
How?
They heard her farting.
What?
So when they got to the house, Marge said, well, we stopped at a scenic bush reserve, and her nephew and niece said, yes, and Marge got lost. Well, I did not get lost. You found me. And Mum and Dad were like, oh, God, what happened? And they said, well, we were wandering around wondering where she was, and then we just heard a long series of farts. And we went, well, that'll be Marge. And we followed the farting and found her.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Her ass was the GPS of the early 80s.
Her ass was the beagle tracker of the human world.
It was. It was. And so she only made it back because of extreme flatulence.
Did she know that was the reason? Did you ever tell her that? Or did you?
Oh, yeah, they were very open about it. And she said, well, what's wrong with it? It's a natural human thing. And also it saved me. And then she said, after she was the sort of person who said, and it saved me, then said, I was never in any danger.
No.
No, because what she would have done is set the bush on fire and then just stood there, because I think she probably was fire retardant. And she would have eventually been found.
She would have, Marge. Oh, I love her with her class and ass.
Just magnificent. Used to ring me up and tell me rude jokes. Oh, Ellen, heard this great joke, and some of them were really rude.
Really rude.
Yeah, really rude. Now, speaking of jokes, very sad news in Victoria that some of the wonderful online comedy shows, socially distanced comedy and music and stuff, can't be done anymore.
No more.
And look, it is very disappointing. They will return and people will be able to have their laughs over Zoom. But it occurred to me that this allows an opportunity to bring back one of the great joys of childhood and early adulthood.
What is it?
Jackpots! No, wait, I'll show you how to
Jackpots.
Oh no. Laugh out loud, awesome jokes for kids. Are they awesome though, Alan?
That's mine.
It is Daisy's, but it's more, I'll read some jokes. I mean, they're great.
No, they're
But
not.
it's more, I think, what a good time to find Max Walker's 1001 jokes, of which 999 of them were a bit racy.
Yep.
And just do it at home.
Yeah.
Sit in the lounge and hand it round to each person and do your own virtual comedy. Now, as soon as actual comedy starts, books back in the bookshop.
Back to the professionals. The professionals can take over. But at the moment,
But
we need to look towards the Bible.
This is it. And most people will have them in their house.
Yes, you're right. Can you go in and like any page, pick a page, any page and give us a joke?
Okay.
Wait, no, I know where the best joke is. I know what page the best joke is on.
You know I'm a professional comedian, don't you?
Yeah, but you know.
But I suppose this is what should be happening.
Yes.
This is the fun of it. Like we've got to, like music is slightly different because not everyone is a musician. I mean, not everyone's a comedian, but everyone can tell a joke, as Christmas has shown us.
That is true. As those party hats, those Christmas hats have shown us that come with a little joke. We can all read.
Even a badly told joke is still a joke. All right.
Do you want me to read it?
Funniest one.
Do you want to read
No,
it?
you read it. You read it.
Okay, which one?
It's that one.
This one here.
Yes.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Ears.
Ears who?
Ears looking at you, kid. I mean, some people pay $85 to see something like that. Wait, what else have we got? Let's have a look. What's the funniest fish?
Ooh.
I should tell the one about the mermaid.
A piranha. Ha ha ha.
Oh, wait.
But I love it.
Hang on. Remember the mermaid one?
Oh, yeah.
Who gave the mermaid plastic surgery?
Ooh, I don't know. Something to do with this
No.
Go.
Keep guessing. Yeah.
water. I don't know.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
A sturgeon.
No, the plastic.
The plastic sturgeon.
Who gave
The plastic sturgeon.
who gave the mermaid a nose job? The plastic sturgeon.
No, who gave the mermaid a new nose? The plastic sturgeon. It is.
Okay.
It is.
I wish I had a joke book like that. I
It
need.
started. Here's a. Why did the ape ask for lemons?
Mama, I don't know.
So it could be orangutangy.
Really bad.
Oh, sorry. That one's really bad. You're laughing. Miff's coughing.
I don't know why I'm laughing because it's so bad.
It's so bad, but they're so good. You're right. I think we need to go right.
Oh, no, read this one.
Oh.
Knock, knock.
Who's that?
Justin.
Oh, Justin who?
We're just in time for dinner.
Ah, get out of here.
Okay.
What? Oh, there's some just classics. Why did the wood fall asleep?
Oh, I don't know.
It was bored. All right, can you go back to your book? So everyone, get out your joke books, get on the internet and search jokes. Daisy.
Yeah. I'm trying to be helpful.
Are you?
Yes.
I would love to see you trying to be unhelpful. That would really be a fascinating but horrible experience.
Okay.
How is it possible that almost everything I've done over the internet in about the last 3 months has mainly devolved into me and Daisy fighting? I did a thing on Joy FM in Melbourne, a thing called Pop Queers.
I think I saw that online. They must have cut it out and put it on social media or something. I saw this.
I'm in the middle of answering a question and Daisy comes in and says, the pizza's here, leaves and turns the light off in the room, plunging me into complete blackness, turns the light back
That's not
on.
a real word, it's darkness.
And then comes back in
Yeah.
and says, don't worry, Dad, Mum's put the pizza in the oven to keep it hot. That's why the smoke alarm's going off, leaves and turns the light off again.
Oh my God. It was very funny. What I saw was very, very funny. So.
Oh, good. Can you go and sit over there, please? Or else I'm going to have to end it.
Meep. You can't end it. You're not the
Oh,
host.
no. I feel like ending it.
You're not the host.
Welcome to
Yeah.
stage 4 lockdown.
So,
Can't end it. No, I can end it.
I reckon
It's amazing.
there's so many joke books. And there must be so many joke sites.
Yeah. Yeah, there are. Because, well, where did our parents get all their jokes from back in the day? How did they get all those terrible jokes? Did everyone have the book, do you think? You know, like when the dad walks over the floorboards or walks through the room and farts and says, oh, that's a creaky floorboard. Like, who had that joke book originally that every dad had the same jokes?
That is an absolutely fascinating question that it's never occurred to me.
Yeah.
What's the dad joke? Who was the first dad to make was it someone?
Dad joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like steps on the bone of a saber-toothed tiger and it goes, crack it and it goes, ugh, you know, or farts and goes, oh, must have stood on a bone.
Who made the first dad joke? I'm looking it up.
I wonder, yeah, that's really interesting. Because one of the things I find interesting is that they think the origin of music is a thing called motherese, where very, very ancient proto-humans, the mums would have been rocking the babies and vocalising. And that's one of the theories as to where
music comes from.
Music originated.
It's beautiful.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
But I wonder where dad jokes came from.
Here we go. Let's discuss the origin of the fabled dad joke. There's an article with that very headline. Okay. No definitive conclusions.
Right.
Yeah. No. I'm doing some speed reading here.
There must be a Netflix documentary called.
Yeah.
What would you call it? The Making of a Dad Joke?
Okay. A writer for the Gettysburg Time wrote an impassioned defense of the genre of dad jokes in 1987. So I feel like they were here a lot earlier than that. Oh, here we go. The oldest existing joke book, Laughter Lover, was most likely compiled in the 4th century. Jokes within aren't direct correspondence to modern dad jokes, and many are dirtier than your average dad joke. But let's be honest, most dads tell a dirty joke, they just save them. But you can see how some of them rely on the same strategies for humour. Jokes relying on wordplay, bait and switch, punchlines, and repetition are as old as written humour itself. So there you go, 4th century.
4th century whereabouts?
Doesn't say. But the book is called Laughter Lover. It sounds almost a bit sexual.
It does. It sounds a little bit Mills and Booney,
Milton Boone.
with like a scantily clad woman wrapped around a clown.
Laughter Lover.
Kissing. Laughter Lover. Oh, okay. What did you just knock over?
Nothing.
First recorded term for dad jokes is 1987, that same column for the dad joke. But the joke book, as we know it, from the 4th century.
Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna have to cut this short.
Yeah, that's all right. Well,
Yeah, it's
dad.
she's got the message. I wonder when the first sulking happened.
Ah.
Oh, you're not sulking. Okay. And I wonder how long after the first sulk came the first phrase, "I'm not sulking."
I'm not sulking. I'm not tired.
I'm not tired.
That's always a good one too.
Oh, I'm tired all the time.
Oh my God, so am I. And I'm getting headaches, and I think it's because I have been eating too much chocolate. I'm having a sugar come down every day now. So it's like, what has happened to me?
I know, and I'm having like weird. I went to the chiropractor yesterday, and just I think he invented some new bones to crack, because I've never. It was like dropping giant Lego off the Empire State Building. The sound of when he manipulated me.
That's terrible.
But I said, "Oh, my body just this weird. My fingers are doing weird things and stuff like that." He said, "Alan, we're in a lockdown."
Yeah.
He said, "The normal rules don't apply."
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and I was talking to my psychiatrist because I'm the complete physical and mental package. Hello, ladies.
Form an orderly line.
Yeah. Oh, it has to be orderly because I've got a bit of OCD as well. So if you're not if you were lining up and you were not straight in the line, out.
Yep.
Straight out. I think one of the things is, apart from joke books and obviously jigsaws, but I mean, how many we got a Golden Girls jigsaw.
Oh, I've got a Golden Girls pack of cards. So,
Oh.
And I just bought a jumper because I'm into themed jumpers. It's a Golden Girls jumper. It's like a hoodie it's written in gold. I'll wear it next week. Just for you. You'll love it.
Oh, you've got to.
I know. I've come over all Golden Girls in my lockdown.
Yeah.
How's your lockdown doing?
Oh, I'm definitely B. B. I'm sure. I can't get "thank you for being a friend" out of my head.
Well, that's a beautiful way to end it. Thank you for being a friend, Alan Bro.
And thank you, Myth. Look, most thoughts are valid thoughts at the moment.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I mean, obviously not to kill, but
use that inspiration to write your book.
Yeah, the voice. Oh, I just wish I had the inspiration to do something like that. How's your book coming along?
Oh yeah. Not coming along at all.
But all I'm going to say is, if the voices in your head are telling you to online shop,
keep shopping.
Listen to them.
Dreams, like I had a dream the other night that I was with Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, and I was trying to find out if Kanye was okay because he hasn't been okay of late, and I kept pestering him and he kept ignoring me, but they did invite me to a party, and I went to the party, and because I got ignored, I stole everything at that party and took it home. What does that say about me? Took all their furnishings, glassware, all of it. Fabulous house that I have now.
Your personal training's going well if you could take all that stuff by yourself.
So in my dreams, I'm stealing stuff off Kanye West. So
if anyone's got joke books, I would be interested to know some of their favourite jokes next time.
Great. Yeah.
I don't know if people watch.
They do. They do.
Well, they do.
And get in contact on my Twitter. That's probably the best way, or Facebook.
Well, I'd be interested to know the names of people's joke books. Like, because, you know,
Laughter lover.
laugh out loud, awesome jokes for kids.
Like
Look at these kids. These kids are loving it.
They're loving it. And look, it does what it says on the packet. So
Yeah.
that's all you need. It's all you need in the lockdown stage.
And just one joke to finish with.
Okay.
What do pandas use to fight?
Oh, I know this one. I know this one.
Oh, something to do with bamboo.
No, come on, Daisy. Come and give the punchline.
Come on, Daisy.
So, wait a minute. I'll set it up again.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes. I know this one.
What do pandas use to fight?
Their bare hands.
Oh! On that note.
Spoiler alert, they're not actual bears.
Neither are koalas.
Yeah.
On that note, I'm going to take that joke and use it.
Yeah. We've had a couple of we should have gone out on thank you for being a friend. So if you have a party myth and invited everyone you know, you will see the biggest gift will be from me.
And the card attached will say, thank you for being a friend.
And also where the ships go to the dock, where the 6 ships go to the doctor.
Put it away.
No, myth. No one said that to me for years.